All right, guys, we got to talk about this guy, Peter Thiel. We've talked about him a little bit on the show, but so this guy is, he's almost like a comic book villain of a billionaire robber baron. He's almost like a comic book villain. So take a look at this. This article just came out in the Washington Post. Inside billionaire Peter Thiel's private lectures, warning of the Antichrist and U.S. destruction. The Washington Post reviewed leaked audio from 4 off-the-record lectures the tech investor delivered in San Francisco over the past month that fused beliefs about religion and technology. So this guy did 4 lectures on the rise of the Antichrist and why we should all fear the Antichrist. Now, as you're about to see, and we'll go through it, if anybody is the Antichrist, it would be him. It would be him. So here, let's see what he says. Tech billionaire Peter Thiel recently warned that Swedish activist Greta Thunberg and critics of technology or AI are legionnaires of the Antichrist in private lectures on Christianity that connected government oversight of Silicon Valley to an apocalyptic future, according to recordings reviewed by the Washington Post. So what he's saying is, if you support any regulation on the tech billionaires and on artificial intelligence, if you support any regulation, you're the Antichrist. So in other words, this technology that they're working on, which is basically like trying to create a god in the computer, right? They're trying to create this artificial intelligence, this general intelligence where you don't even need to put a prompt in. It could just solve all your problems for you, cure cancer, do whatever. They're trying to create God in a computer, but they're saying that the people who are trying to stop these assholes from playing God, somehow we're the problem. The people who are saying, hey, let's preserve humanity and let's not fucking gamble on this and let's not make these huge data centers that pollute everything in sight and poison people and triple your fucking health, your energy bill. Say we're the problem somehow, but he's not. Okay, let's continue. In 4 roughly 2-hour lectures, which began last month and culminated Monday at the Commonwealth Club in San Francisco, Thiel laid out his religious views to a sold-out audience told to keep the contents off the record, according to an event listing. He argued that those who propose limits on technology development not only hinder business, but also threaten to usher in the destruction of the United States and an era of global totalitarian rule, according to the recordings. So, global totalitarian rule is what he's ushering in. That's what he's the Palantir guy. Palantir's creating this mass spying blackmail database network. That's what he's doing. He's doing the Patriot Act on human growth hormone and steroids. That's what he's doing. So he's trying to usher in totalitarian rule while he's saying his opponents are doing that. This is insane. By the way, also attacking Greta, this is a 22-year-old autistic activist who's literally just trying to deliver food and water and medicine to starving children in Gaza. And somehow she's the Antichrist? Oh my God. In the 17th and 18th century, the Antichrist would have been Dr. Strangelove, a scientist who did all this sort of evil, crazy science, Thiel said in his September 15th opening talk, according to the recordings. In the 21st century, the Antichrist is a Luddite who wants to stop all science. It's someone like Greta, he said, referring to Thunberg and Eliezer Yudkowsky, a prominent critic of the tech industry's approach to AI. That's fucking crazy, bro. That's crazy. By the way, you want to talk about who's stopping science? That would be Elon Musk, who cut pediatric cancer research and Meals on Wheels and research grants and medical grants and scientific research. This is what Elon cut with Doge. This is what Trump did. It's not that we're anti-science. We're anti totally unregulated artificial intelligence, which uses a tremendous amount of energy and has all these other problems associated with it, like with no regulation whatsoever. How can we tell what the fuck is real anymore? Right? There's that problem too. How can we tell what's real anymore? Look at the Sora videos and tell me we don't have a serious problem on our hands. What is this guy? And by the way, this is what he looks like. What is this guy doing running around talking about the Antichrist? First of all, in every single picture and video I've seen of this man, his face is sweating and his face is so oily that it looks like he has something wrong with him, right? I've made the joke that it looks like he's a vampire and he sucks the blood of babies before he ever has a camera on him every time. I mean, it is disturbing what this man looks like. There's also creepy stuff in his past with an ex-lover of his who wound up dead. I won't go into any more details on that, but that's a sketchy scenario.